Hello, Misfits. Wow, is this a different background or what? It's a busy holiday season, and myself and my production company, Golden Oak Media, we are going to give ourselves a lot of grace during this season, and we're going to do what we can without overextending ourselves or without missing out on things that we want to be doing right now. And we are going to protect our time with our families.
Thank you.
However, I do still want to put out little bits of info or advice or ideas for you. And the one for this weekend is a reminder about kindness. We oftentimes don't know what other people are dealing with in their lives. We have a tendency to be reactive instead of to respond. And the difference between a reaction and a response is, in my opinion, it's the time. So if you experience, some form of negativity and unkindness or impatience or irritability from someone, and you react, which is to say something super quickly without taking a pause, you're oftentimes coming from a place of an emotional hurt. Something that someone did caused you some sort of emotional hurt. And so therefore you're reacting, and you're kind of creating this cycle, like, the person upset you, maybe because someone had upset them, and it's the whole ripple effect that we can all have. And so if you can take a pause when you're, dealing with someone who's kind of, showing you maybe an adverse emotion, if you can pause, taking a deep breath even, then you can respond rather than react. And when we respond rather than react, we can put that ripple effect at a stop. We can end it, hopefully, and we can maybe even at our highest level, at our best level of goodness, we can maybe even respond to someone's pain with joy, with compassion, with love. And if we can do that, then we create, a really good ripple effect. And maybe then they turn around and, don't overreact to their, neighbor's dogs barking or their mother-in-law being rude or, a lot of the things. And then the other thing is just, like I said, we don't always know what people are dealing with. So, an assumption of good, assuming that people are really doing their best, and just remembering that even though some people are really good at putting on like a really good face, a really happy vibe, that they might be dealing with something that's really hard. And so just to overall in general, like just be kind, let some of this stuff go that normally would bother you. Like maybe normally, someone does a crappy park job and you would be like, oh, what a shitty park job. What an asshole. Maybe just skip that part of it and think to yourself, maybe they're in a super big hurry and, they didn't have time to think about other people right now. And I'm going to, forgive them for that, or, give them some grace for that, because everybody's just out here doing their best and trying to make their holiday season, even as good as possible. And for some, it's just to barely get by. So I hope you enjoy this short little video, and I will be back with you again next week with some new topics. I'm working on some stuff for the new year, and I can't wait to hear from you. If you have anything you'd like me to discuss in upcoming podcasts, let me know. Otherwise, I love you, Misfits, and be well. Thank you.